So COVID has presented for us, as for all other faith institutions, of course, many logistical challenges. One of our first challenges was actually around our office, because our office, we all used to work in one big open space. So many people are now working from home, but we've also had to rearrange our office space to ensure that people could safely socially distance at work. And then we had to look at our sanctuary. How do we use the sanctuary so that when both rabbis are present and maybe a singer is present, that we can be socially distanced and still see each other, but be safe with each other. At the moment, we don't have a congregation in the building still. So we've decided that even though we might have a capacity probably for around 20 people, when normally we would have between 100 and 250 attending, we decided it's too difficult at this stage still to make a decision about who is allowed to come in. So we have explored what our capacity is, but at the moment we're not yet using it. So the last 6 months for us have really been months of innovation, because we had to completely reinvent how we do everything in Synagogue Live. I'm very happy that actually most of our programs that we used to run, whether it's adult education or care for the elderly or interfaith programs or our services, are still going on. They're now happening online in slightly different formats, but we made a real effort right at the start to ensure that everyone who wanted to access our services would know how to really support them to be able to connect. We now do yoga online, and we have a singing group online. It's not all the same, and we all recognize there are some costs, that some things that just don't work. Singing communally is basically impossible via the internet if you're not in the same place. But nonetheless, we've discovered that actually we can sing communally even if we can't actually hear each other. If you can see your mouths moving, you still feel that sense of community. And we try to continue to have participation from our members, even if they can't physically be in the building. So we do a lot of work now with pre-recording our members, doing readings for the service or singing, so that we can bring them and still share that. And that's been for us really important, to still create that sense of community. We're lucky that we were already streaming our services beforehand, so we actually have recorded videos. So we sometimes use video clips from the choir from before COVID, so that people hear the congregational singing. Everyone is very positive and very engaged, and actually we're reaching people who we never used to reach, because they were maybe housebound, or they weren't living in the neighborhood. And now they're able to participate much more regularly. So our participation numbers have actually gone up. So for us as a community, it's always been very important to feel part of the wider community and to make a contribution to the wider community. And we are happy that although the way we do things has changed a little bit, we were happy that we were able to continue to do that. So, for example, we are still a collection point for the bike project, which is to give bikes to refugees, and we still receive about 5 to 7 bikes each week. Despite the pandemic, it's a bit more difficult to arrange when they can be dropped off, but nonetheless, we continue to do that work. Similarly, we are not able to collect for the food bank anymore in the physical building, but we set up a collection point in the car park, and just recently we collected 103 kilos of food for the local food bank. We work with New Hope in Watford to give support to the homeless population, or the vulnerably housed in Watford, and we were able to continue to do that. Sometimes we have to reinvent how we do it. Also, one thing that we're really proud of is that the one in-person event that we have continued to permit in our building is the blood donation days. And we did that all the way through the pandemic, and we're now actually hosting more blood donation sessions than we used to, because some of the other venues are not able to operate safely. So those are all things that we continue to be committed to, and even COVID can't deter us from it.